Hey guys, how are you? I'm Matt Scanderton. I'm a sports physiotherapist, and you can find some more information about me on my website, www.thenaturalorder.co.uk, or you can find me on my Instagram account at The Natural Order Lifestyle. Today, we're going to do a movement that I absolutely love. It's a lunge, and there are a lot of different variations around a lunge. We'll do a couple today, but just keep it simple for today, just to give you a basic idea. I love it because it incorporates some leg work, some core and some upper limb stuff. Super efficient. So if you're really stretched for time, if you don't have a lot of equipment, it doesn't matter. You can bang these bad boys out and they'll get you nice and strong. And it's pretty effective in terms of building that strength. You don't have to be really well coordinated or somebody who's got lots of experience. It's a pretty simple movement to follow. The thing for me is that you can make this as heavy as you like. I really like, and I preach a lot to this to the rugby boys that I work with, do some stuff that's unilateral. That means one-sided. Don't always do big stuff with two hands. It's not that functional. You don't often push things away or pull things towards you in that way. And it's the same as this. So it's really nice to have a lunge where you step forward onto one leg or step back from one leg or do it statically. So let's start in terms of your basic setup, really important. So for me, the most important thing is that you don't lead with the front leg, that you let the back leg do some work. So for me, you've got to find your natural leg width. I've got pretty short legs, so for me, it's kind of good to be doing leg movements like this because it's pretty easy, because they're like little pistons. They don't have to work too hard. But if you're long in the leg, you've got to kind of stretch those out and give yourself enough balance. This back foot's really important. It doesn't want to remain planted. It wants to be off the ground, and it kind of wants to be so that the toes are planted, but the heel's up. And what will happen at the back side of this leg is that it is going to bend and lower. It's actually going to drive a lot of the movement. You're going to feel some stretch through the front of the leg, you're going to feel some drive through the back, but it's going to drive you up and down. A lot of work is done through there. If you want to incorporate the rest, draw the shoulders back, squeeze the stomach, and descend and ascend as appropriate. Where a lot of people go wrong is the front leg. A lot of people get this stuff wrong. They end up going way over the top. They come too far forward, and this puts a hell of a lot of pressure on your knees. It's not really good for it. So a simple rule that you'll hear a lot of PTs, strength conditioning guys, a lot of sort of physiotherapists talk about will be, can you just make sure that the knee doesn't really come over the toes of the feet? It's not something you need to be doing. So in terms of the front leg, again, you set yourself up, shoulders back, brace the core a little bit, lead with the back leg, and basically you're looking to achieve probably a right angle, sort of 90 degrees at the front leg. Really, really useful. Use your feet, get balance, spread your toes, try and get some control through there. Really good. Now this is a static kind of movement in the sense that we're not stepping forward and back. So you could just do a static hold, or you could do a static up and down movement. It's dynamic, but you're not stepping forward and back. And you can incorporate some weight in that. I've got some light dumbbells here. These are tiny ones. These are, I think, about 5 kgs. Yeah, 5 kgs, so they're not a lot of weight. So you could use, if you don't have this stuff at home, things like a bag of books on your front or on your back, or you could pick up the things like, your young child or whatever, and just sort of incorporate into it. Whatever you need to just to get a little bit of resistance on your body. Anything more than your body weight is super good, because it means then you're sort of putting extra load on yourself, and that's a lot more functional. Things like running 7 times the force approximately through your knee on that leg when it hits the floor when you're running. So don't be worried about a little bit of extra resistance. Shoulders back, squeeze the core, and you're going to lower up and down. Nice controlled movement. If you want to make that slightly harder, you can step forward. So you want to do that alternatively on both legs, step and come back. And you have to sometimes readjust this so that you're not breaking those rules of having your knee over your toes. Or when you're down there, you can start from here and you can step backwards. So there's lots of variations that you'll see in that direction. There's some lateral movements as well, and we won't go into those now on this video, but fundamentally a really, really good movement to follow. Have a go. Reps and sets are always specific to what you're working towards, so take advice on that. I'll do a video on that to give you some advice, but fundamentally, crack on. Awesome movement. Really, really good for getting you super strong, especially if you're limited for kit. Absolute cracker. I'll see you soon.